let's finish this part 4 of Caramba. Now, in this video, it might get a little bit confusing because there's going to be a few repeats and etc. And maybe some different fingerings playing the same notes. That's just for mental notes while we're in the piece. I'll explain them along the way, and I also once again included the tabs in the description, or I'll put a link somewhere here, and so you guys can follow easier the composition. So where we got left off was in bar 22, where we played the open middle bass after pressing down on the 7th fret. And now we have a little walk, notes walking. Let's break that down. Just like we did in previous video, or the first video, of barring the 3 treble strings on the 5th fret from our first joint till the tip of the finger, we're going to do the same, but instead of barring the 5th fret, we're going to bar on the 2nd fret. Now this weird fingering is because it's going to create a way to make the notes last and blend into each other. So here we're going to plug the 2nd and 3rd string. Just like before when we did this bar, this miniature bar, we're not going to be using the 1st string, it's just to bar the 3rd and the 2nd. So we're going to play the 2nd and the 3rd. The middle finger will go down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then ring finger down on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then lift up your index to release, and now you have the 1st string open. Plug that once, and then lift your middle badass finger off from the 2nd string and place the index on the 2nd string on the 2nd fret. And you notice my ring finger is still down. That's again to keep the notes lasting. We can of course do it note for note, but it will have a little bit of a staccato effect, and plus I save that for the next part where we play the same notes in order to mentally know where we are in the piece. So far we have, then we plug the top bass open, and while that is ringing, you want to shape an E major chord. Again, we're doing this to plan ahead. An E major chord, if you guys don't know, it's the middle bass with the badass finger on the 2nd fret. The ring finger goes on the 2nd fret again, but this time on the 4th string, that bottom bass, and the 1st fret of the 3rd string with the index. And we're going to plug the 4th and 3rd string together, thumb and index twice. And then the middle bass with your thumb. Pinky will go down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. We can lift the other 3 fingers, we don't need them right now, and plug the top bass open along with the middle treble string. That's our 2nd string, while it's fretted on the 3rd. And you notice here I play one more time without the bass. Lift up and play the 2nd string open. That was my nail. And then put down your pinky on the 5th fret of the 2nd string again. You can put your ring finger, but then it's going to be a little bit longer jump, so I like to put the pinky there because it makes it easier. And then put down your index on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, once again the 2nd string. And notice that I put it flat again, just like barring with all 3 strings, but I barred only the 2 because again, planning ahead, I'm going to be plugging the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and then middle finger down on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. Now plug the middle bass along with the 1st string open, and while that is happening, you can slide your middle finger up on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string and put down your index down on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. While these are happening, you do the middle and 1st string together. Again, it's just to plan ahead, guys. So it doesn't get too confusing. One time slow, you guys try to pick it up. I hope it helps. Now you see I didn't put those 2 fingers, I just shaped an A chord. It's just a habit I do. I prefer to shape full chords, but it's still the same. Then top bass open, then middle bass open. And it's like starting from the beginning of the previous video. And then we slide. Now right here we've learned in the previous video to bar again on the 5th fret and plug the middle bass and then the middle finger down. The small difference here, if you check which bar was it, let me see, bar 29, we're not supposed to play the middle bass, we're gonna bar everything, so we bar the top bass on the 5th fret. And it's a little bit of a stretch, but this bass is quite crucial. It just gives a nice call out that the melody is about to come to an end. Just like as before. And now here we have the same notes going, but instead of doing this, I like to do now with my middle finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, index down on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, slide down the middle on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, lift it up and play the 2nd string open, play the 1st string open, down with the middle again on the 2nd fret, 2nd string. Why? Because now it changes. Now we're going to plug the 3rd bass, that's the 4th string, open. And here it's like a partially D without the index. So that means on the 1st string on the 2nd fret you put down your middle, and on the 3rd string and the on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string goes your ring finger and plug the 1st and 2nd string together 3 times, the first 2 close together and the 3rd one slightly apart, I mean in time wise. And then play the bass open. While that is ringing, move 2 positions more down, 2 frets more down. That keeps your middle finger on the 1st string, but this time on the 4th fret, and on the 5th fret of the 2nd string is your ring finger. 1st, 2nd, 1st. Here on the 7th fret of the 1st string. Now it's a little bit of a stretch, but it's worth it. Once again, like we barred before, the 3 strings on the 2nd fret, but this time we're going to bar 4 strings. So we're going to bar the 4th one as well. And a little bit stretch now with the pinky on the 5th fret of the 1st string, and plug the middle open bass along with that 1st string, which is fretted on the 5th fret. Then thumb, index, thumb, that's all on the 2nd fret, and I played 4th and 3rd string and then 4th again. Open middle bass. Now where is our, bar 34, you've noticed there is 2nd string, 1st string, 2nd string, 5th, 5th, 5th. So how do I do that? I just move my pinky a little bit up and grab another string. So I'm barring now with my pinky as well, the 2 bottom strings, and I play de-doon-doon, 2nd, 1st, 2nd. Now you're gonna see a nice thick bar there with 2 dots. That means repeat, and you repeat where the previous thick bars were with the 2 dots, and that's bar 19. So we're gonna start from repeat. And now we come to the second time. Whole thing, finger by finger, so we know it's our finishing part. I like to add a slide here, and then our little stretch. Now I'm barring with the pinky, the 2 strings. Return the pinky back only on the 1st string of the 5th fret, and plug the middle bass with your thumb, with your badass right finger the 2nd string, and with your ring finger the 1st string. That's our last bar, bar 35, and we roll down. Well, that's it. It took me a while to figure out how to break it down. I hope it's not too confusing, my guitar friends. The videos will keep on coming after this. I have a beautiful, beautiful Spanish song for you guys. It's gonna take a lot more videos to break down, but I'm also gonna be including the tabs. First I'll play it down, you guys can hear it on the next video, and then I'll break it down note for note as I usually do. Make sure you comment and rate. Find us on Facebook. There's thousands of guitar friends there exchanging ideas and having fun. Once again, guys, thank you for watching. God bless.